Ayesha had always lived a quiet life, a life where she loved deeply but rarely allowed anyone to see the depth of her heart. She was the kind of girl who carried her pain silently, hiding it beneath soft smiles and gentle words. People thought she was strong. Some even envied her calmness, but only she knew how many nights she spent stitching her broken pieces back together. Every wound she ever carried stayed inside her chest, shaping her into someone who feared love even when she longed for it the most. And then one day, without warning, life brought her to a place where everything slowly began to change. It was early winter when she walked into the small, peaceful café near the lake. She always visited it when her mind felt heavy. The café smelled of warm coffee, vanilla, and soft music, like a place built just to hold fragile hearts. As she took her usual corner seat, she wrapped her hands around a warm cup and stared out the window. The sun was painting the lake golden, the sky turning pink as evening approached. That was the moment Rayyan walked in. He entered with slow steps, as if the world weighed on his shoulders too. His eyes were tired, but they held a strange calmness, like someone who had learned to survive storms. He looked around for a seat, and for a moment, his eyes met hers. Something shifted. Quiet, soft, familiar. Rayyan walked toward her. "Is this seat taken?" he asked, his voice gentle, careful, almost respectful. Ayesha shook her head. "No, you can sit." He sat down, leaving just enough distance to be polite but close enough that she could sense his quiet warmth. For several minutes, they didn't speak. It wasn't awkward. It felt like silence understood by two souls who carried too much. Rayyan broke the quiet first. "You come here often?" Ayesha nodded lightly. "It helps me breathe. Everything feels quieter here." He smiled, a small, sincere smile. "I think I needed that today." They talked for a little while. About tea, weather, the lake, small ordinary things. Yet each word felt like a tiny thread stitching something back inside both of them. When Ayesha got up to leave that evening, Rayyan stood too. "It was nice talking," he said. "It was," she whispered. The next day, Ayesha returned to the café, not expecting anything. But when she walked in, there he was, sitting at the same table, looking at the door as if waiting. His face softened when he saw her. "I was hoping you'd come," he said. Ayesha felt her heart flutter in a way it hadn't in years. From that day onward, the café became their meeting place, not by plan, but by destiny. They shared sunsets, stories, half-finished jokes, quiet moments. Rayyan listened to her with genuine interest, never rushing her, never forcing her to reveal more than she wanted to. And Ayesha slowly learned to trust the comfort he brought. Weeks passed, and their bond deepened. Rayyan would sometimes bring her flowers, small wildflowers he picked on his way, not bought ones. "These felt like you," he'd say shyly. Ayesha would laugh softly, feeling her heart warm in ways she thought she'd forgotten. One evening, Ayesha arrived looking a little distant, her eyes heavy with unsaid burdens. Rayyan noticed immediately. "Rough day?" he asked. She nodded. "Some memories don't leave easily." Rayyan didn't ask what memories. Instead, he reached out and gently placed his hand over hers. She froze, not out of fear, but because that small gesture felt like someone touching the parts of her she had guarded for so long. "I'm here," he whispered softly. "You don't have to explain anything. Just let yourself breathe." Tears filled her eyes, quiet tears she didn't even try to hide. For the first time in years, she allowed someone to see her vulnerability without feeling ashamed. Rayyan squeezed her hand lightly, grounding her, comforting her. After a long silence, she whispered, "I'm scared of loving again, Rayyan. I don't know if my heart can survive breaking again." Rayyan looked at her with slow tenderness. "I don't want to break your heart. I want to help you heal it." Her tears fell then, soft, silent tears that carried years of pain. Rayyan gently wiped them with his thumb, careful and respectful, like she was something fragile he wanted to protect. From that night, something changed between them. Rayyan started walking her home. Their hands brushed sometimes, and though neither said anything, both felt the quiet electricity in every touch. When she laughed, he watched her with awe, as if her smile was something he had waited years to see. When he spoke, she listened with full attention, as if his words filled spaces inside her she never knew were empty. One night, They stopped by the lake. The moon was full, shimmering across the water. Ayesha stood close to him, her heart beating in gentle chaos. Rayyan looked at her for a long moment, as if gathering courage. "Ayesha," he whispered, "I want to tell you something." She looked up, her breath catching slightly. "What is it?" He stepped closer, carefully, giving her time to pull away if she wanted. She didn't. "You make my days lighter," he said. "You make me want to be better. And every time I see you, something in me feels home." Her heart softened, melting slowly like snow under warm sunlight. She replied softly, "Rayyan, I feel safe with you." Those words meant more to him than love itself. The night air was cool, yet they felt warm standing close to each other. Rayyan brushed a gentle strand of hair from her face, his fingers lingering with gentle affection. Ayesha's eyes fluttered shut at his touch, her heart whispering every emotion her lips couldn't express. "Ayesha," he murmured, "may I?" She didn't speak. She simply stepped closer, her breath mingling with his. Rayyan leaned in slowly, giving her time to refuse, but she didn't. Their lips met softly, slow, warm, filled with gentle promise. It wasn't a hurried kiss. It was healing, tender, full of meaning. A kiss that didn't take anything away from her, but gave her back a piece of herself. She rested her forehead against his chest, breathing quietly. Rayyan wrapped his arms around her, holding her like she was something precious he never wanted to lose. That night, under the moonlit sky, two wounded hearts found their peace in each other. Rayyan became her comfort, Ayesha became his reason, and their love didn't begin with loud declarations, it began with gentle understanding, patient healing, and the quiet magic of two souls finding home in one another.